Hey, good day. Welcome to WhinyTechGuy. It's episode 5, March 28th, 2012. Nice, bright, sunny day again here. We've had a little bit of snow and rain and kind of the end of winter, I hope. End of March. Hopefully we'll get into some springtime here in April. Anyway, today I've got a few things I want to whine or talk about. The first one is I read a little thing the other day and I haven't heard anything else about it, so it kind of went away. Maybe there's no truth to it, I don't know, but I just kind of laughed a little bit because it's about Microsoft, and I used to work there. Worked there for several years, several different departments, and the article was about Microsoft supposedly banning purchasing of Macs and iPads or Apple products at the company, at Microsoft. I don't think it's true because, as a lot of you may know, Microsoft has a Macintosh unit that makes Mac Office and a few other things that they've done over the years. And it's a pretty big department, and it's a pretty big business. I don't know the revenue numbers. I haven't looked them up. But, of course, they're going to buy Macs and iPads and different things because they make Macintosh software, so it can't be a complete total ban in corporate Microsoft because that wouldn't make sense. And then the rest of Microsoft, hello, they make Windows. Why would they have, a reason to buy a lot of Apple stuff? I don't know. I think maybe you buy an iPad or a Mac to compare stuff or to look at their own product, Mac Office, for different things. I don't know. And, we had them around. They were around. I remember the day that I worked on a Windows product, of course. I remember the day when the new iMac, I think it was the Blueberry one. We had it, somebody set it up and we had a big meeting and everybody could play on it afterwards. They were showing everybody this new iMac and everybody gathered around and was looking at it. And that was at Microsoft. So, maybe they had some kind of a memo come out that said, hey, stop buying iPads at corporate, because a lot of people were probably buying them instead of laptops and whatnot to use for business. And I can see that. Maybe there's some truth to that, because there are going to be some Windows-based tablets coming out this year, and they probably won't be too bad. I think my expectation is they're going to be better than the Android tablets that are out there. So they're probably kind of saying, hey, stop buying the iPad and hang on, we're going to have something else for you, and I'm sure that they think it's better. It won't be, but they'll think it's better, especially since they're trying to run actual desktop Windows on a tablet, which doesn't make any sense to me. A lot of people are questioning that, but we'll see. Who knows? Maybe they've pulled their heads out of their butts and figured something out. I doubt it. Let's see, next thing I want to talk about is the constant rumors. I'm getting so sick of seeing these rumors about a bigger screen on the iPhone. Come on, get with it, guys. It's not going to happen. I can't see it happening. These Android phones that have these ginormous screens are just the most ridiculous things I've ever seen, and I will personally be very disappointed and upset if Apple does go that way. I just, if they increase the screen just a little bit, the phone was just a little bit bigger, maybe I could go with that, but why do that? The phone's fine. The size of the screen's fine. Why do people keep coming up with these rumors? It's crazy. It's probably to get page views, because they know people will read about it because it's interesting. And I hate that about the internet right now, and it's been that way for a long time, and will continue, I'm sure. That you're going to say crazy, sensational things, salacious things even, to try and get people to come to your page, and so you can get money. It's all about money, right? And there's even been rumors about a smaller iPad Junior, whatever, with a smaller screen, and that one even less. I can believe even less than the iPhone bigger screen thing. Apple I just don't think they're going to do that. And it's just crazy that people keep bringing it up. Oh, the other thing about the iPhone, a bigger screen, one of the rumors was a certain, I think it was a 4.6-inch screen, and right now it's 3.5 or 7, or I don't even remember the exact number. I don't care to keep that stuff in my head, but one of the things I read that was debunking it was, if it was actually that size of the screen, 4.6, every app written for the iPhone would have to be rewritten because of the the resolution and the size of the screen, because the current apps wouldn't work right. So right there tells you there's no way that that's going to happen. The screen would have to be doubled in size or some kind of a number so that the apps would work out mathematically with all that pixel stuff, crap, whatever. Anyway, the bigger thing that's been going on the last couple of weeks since the new iPad came out, iPad 3, Rev 3, whatever we're going to call it to differentiate it, because you can't call it the new iPad forever because another new one's going to come out. So then what do you call this one? The old iPad? Anyway, is the whole battery thing. A lot of people have been complaining that the battery makes the unit hot, that there's heat going on, and there's all kinds of claims out there being made, and it just sounds and feels to me like the whole antenna gate problem with the iPhone 4 when it first came out. Yeah, was there an issue there? Sure. Other phones had the same issue. Was it the first time that maybe an iPhone had that issue? I don't know, but it kind of went away after a little while. People got sick of talking about it. Apple did a few things to kind of mitigate it, and I think they probably fixed it in the 4S without saying anything. But this feels kind of the same thing. Are some people feeling a little warmth coming from their iPad? Yeah, these even your iPhone. When I'm using my iPhone for a long time, it gets warm, but it's not hot enough to hurt me or anything. It's just, wow, this thing's really working, and the battery's really putting out some juice to run that gorgeous screen. And that would be the same thing for the new iPad. It's going to get a little warm. Incidentally, I have my first iPad now, which I'm excited about. I love it. And it's not the new iPad. It's a hand-me-down. And but it's an iPad 2, and I love it. And it gets a little warm. If I've been sitting looking at it for an hour or so and doing stuff on it, yeah, it gets a little warm on the back, and I can feel it. But it doesn't bother me. It would be great if it didn't do that. But I can see with the technology and what Apple's trying to do to cram things into that case, it makes some sense to me, and it doesn't bother me. And I think it's a case of people out there are looking for any tiny little thing they can to tear down Apple because they're on top right now. The big guy, the number one, the top, always usually gets looked at. Hey, we got to tear them down and try and tear them down, and they're the most noticeable, so we're going to get more page views and get more notice, and maybe I can make a name for myself if I say something like this and people read my article and I get linked all over the place. And I just wish you'd shut up and stop looking for crap and just write what's the truth. It's a good device. Is there anything wrong with it? Sure, it's not perfect, and it'll keep getting better. But this desperate need to try and find something wrong with something, it drives me nuts. I hate that. It's not just with electronics, it's with almost everything. And I just don't like it. I like companies that put out quality and then iterate on it and try and make things better. And I hate people that spend their life force and their time trying to tear things down. And it's a negative thing. They're putting negative into the world. And I don't like that, personally. So we should all just go curl up in a corner and die or something. I think that's all for today. So thanks for tuning in. Every Wednesday I'll put out a new episode, so subscribe, whatever. So that's it for episode 5, March 28th, 2012, and I'll see you next week. Bye.